Okay, today students, we are going to be switching to a new Google applications. Today we are going to be learning about Google Sheets. Now, Google Sheets are very different than Google Docs. Here in a few minutes, when we open a Google Sheet, you will see just how different they actually are. They're used for a completely different purpose. Primarily, Google Sheets are, well, first of all, they are something called a spreadsheet, and they are primarily used for financial calculations or mathematical calculations. But they're used for other things as well, just keeping up with lists and various other things, but they're very good at doing mathematical calculations for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is going to be Google Sheets lesson 3.1. The assignment title is Field Trip Excuse List, and it says creating your first spreadsheet. In the overview, it says your school has decided to offer monthly field trips as an incentive to get students to attend school every day. Students with perfect attendance are eligible to attend the field trips or the field trip for the following month. You are in charge of creating a list of all the field trips through the end of the year. Once the list is done, you will share it with your principal for approval. In this lesson, you will use Google Sheets to create a worksheet that will show the list of stops on the field trip list. Okay, so our new skills there, you're going to be creating a spreadsheet, resizing columns, inserting columns using autofill, formatting data, center aligning it, using the undo and redo, and then you'll finish by closing the spreadsheet. All right, so we're going to go ahead and begin, and we start by signing into your Google Drive. And if you haven't done that, you'll do that up here where you see my name. You should already be signed in, but if you see the little circle with the head and shoulders, you need to click that and sign in to your Google Chrome account. All right, and then we're ready to go to your Google Drive, which is right here. And you just need to have access to that. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate to where I have those files that I created, because this is where we're going to be working here in just a few minutes. But step 2 is actually a little diversion from that. It says a spreadsheet is made up of cells organized by columns and rows, and it talks about columns are identified by letters up and down. So looking at the picture sample there, you'll see that columns go up and down. And actually, I'm gonna skip and I'm going to go ahead and finish reading this. And it says, and rows are identified by numbers, left and right. The intersection of a column and a row is called a cell address. And so I'm going to go ahead and go to step 3. And it says to create a spreadsheet. So I'm going to go to open my Sheets folder, and then go to New and Google Sheets. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of explain the columns and rows. That's maybe a little bit out of order, but you'll see across the top A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and they go on and on and on. Literally, these columns go on and on and on. They are listed just to Z, but you can actually add more after that. But those are columns. Columns are up and down on your page. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here. So this is column A, for example, and this is column B. Now, then we go to rows, and rows are going across. Okay, and again, you can scroll way down, and this goes to 1,000. But again, you can add more than 1,000 rows as well. But rows go across. So rows go across. I think about a movie theater. You sit on a row at a movie theater, and those go across the theater. If you want a column holds up. You have columns that hold up the porch on the front of your house. So, and then the place where a column and a row intersect, that's called a cell address. So, and so you will see those. You will see those as well. So, for example, cell reference C5 would be right there. You can see that right there. If I told you to go to cell B7, you just find it. It's where B is there and 7 they meet. So that's how that works. All right. So now we are ready to actually begin. In step 4, it says to rename the spreadsheet, lesson 3.1. I'm going to click up there, lesson 3.1, type that in, okay, and then just going to hit enter. All right. Now it says in step 5, in this unit, you will be required to enter data into a spreadsheet. There are several ways to move from cell to cell. You can move around with the enter key, with the tab key, the arrow keys, as well as click in a cell with a mouse pointer. It says practice moving around your blank spreadsheet using the methods listed here in this instruction. So the enter key, if I hit it a couple times, you'll see it moves me down. The tab key moves across. The arrow keys on my keyboard, literally you can go whatever direction the arrows would tell you. And then of course I can use my mouse to click as well. So step 6, it says with cell A1 selected, so this is cell A1, it says type the text field trip excuse list. Okay, and then I'm going to hit enter. Okay, now, so I typed it in, make sure each word is capitalized because this is a title. You'll see that it kind of runs between cell A and into cell A1 and into cell B1. That's okay, don't worry about that right now. And it tells you, it gives you a reminder there. It says never type those brackets, okay? That's just there to help you know what it is that you're actually going to type, okay? Step 7 says to continue to type the text as seen below in the appropriate cell. Okay, so I'm going to go down to cell A3 and type event. Hit enter, apple. Hit enter, corn, maize. Okay, hit enter, 19th century textiles. A Christmas Carol. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead here at this point and I'm going to pause the video, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and key the rest of this information in. So I would recommend you pause the video as well at this point, and then when you are done, just hit the play button and we will pick back up together. Oh. Okay, so as you can see, I have keyed all of this. Now, the one thing that you may have noticed as you were typing, I see how some of this is covered up. Don't worry about that. We're going to fix that in a little bit, okay? So don't worry about that, all right? All right, so we're going to go on to step 8, which is actually to resize a column, and that's where we're going to be fixing that. And so in step 8, it says resize a column. It says sometimes you will have text that will not fit in one cell. It will run over into the cell to the right. So you will need to be able to resize a column so that the text will fit. There are various ways to do this, but we will learn 2 ways by doing the steps below. So step A says to click the click and drag method. It says to locate the line between the column headers, locate the line between the column header rows, okay, where A, B, C, and so on and so forth are listed. Okay, so right here, actually, this is the line between, there's a line between, see, there's a line between. It says to see the illustration below there in your printout. It says, and find the line between column A and B. When you point to the line, your mouse pointer will change shapes, and you can see. So we're going to point to the line between column A and B, and you'll notice that when I point to that, how my mouse pointer changes shapes. It changes to, it has a line with an arrow on each end, okay? And it says click and hold your mouse. When you do that, notice how the blue line goes all the way down, and it's and then drag to the right until you can see all of the text in column A. Now you won't actually be able to see till you let go. And so I still can't quite see, so I'm going to drag it a little further. That was probably a little too much So there we go. So I've got it now so I can see all of the text in column A. So that's the click and drag method. There is another method as well. It is called the double click method. And it says there's another, this is step B. There's another method to resize a column. In this method, the computer will determine how wide the column should be. Let's try this method. This time, point to the line between column B and C. Right here it is. When your mouse pointer changes shape, you're going to double click on the line, and you'll notice that it automatically resized it for me. It says the column should now be wide enough to hold all of the contents of column B. And it is. Okay, so there is that. So now we are ready to go to step 9. Now step 9 is entitled Insert a Column. It says oftentimes after you have created a spreadsheet, you will discover that you need an additional column or row. In this step, we will add a new column to the left of column A. Click in any cell in column A. So I'm just going to click here. It doesn't really matter where you click. Then from the Insert menu, I'm going to choose column left. Okay, notice it put a new column here. It says it says in this new column will be called column A. There it is, and the existing columns move to the right. So you see that it just moves stuff over. All right, step 10 says in column A you're going to enter month in cell A3. Then it says enter September in A4. And then October in cell A5. All right, so I've put month there and September and October, and you can probably tell what we're getting ready to do, but there's actually a really cool feature in Google Sheets called the autofill feature, which actually will kind of interpret or learn what you're typing, and it will fill things in for you. And so I'm going to show you how that works. In step 11, it says to use the autofill. It says now it is time to learn a new tool. There is a function in Google Sheets that can recognize patterns in text. In our project, the computer can recognize that we are typing a series of months. To use the autofill function, you will need to point to the corner where cell A5, A6, B5, and B6 meet. So here's cell A5 and A6, cell B5 and B6. So the very corner right here in the middle is what we're looking for. It says when you point to the corner to that exact spot, okay, I'm going to click off of this actually. And notice what happens. Notice with that selected with October there, when I point to that corner, notice how my mouse changes to a crosshair. It says click and hold down on your mouse button and pull down until you have selected all the way through cell A12. And then let go. Oh, and when you let go, notice it should have filled in all the months. So guess what? It saved you typing. So if you can imagine this was a number, okay, you had typed 1, 2, 3, and maybe you wanted to go to 1,000. You could just use that autofill and it would do it for you. But that's just a neat feature that I think will saves me lots of time. Okay, you can see the two illustrations there, what should have happened. So now I'm on step 12. It says to format text. It says you can also format the text in the cells of a spreadsheet. It says select cell B1. All right, and it says now bold the text. So I'm going to click the bold. And it says increase the font size to 14. Do that. There we go. Oh, look, that ran out of that cell a little bit. That's okay. And then it says find and click on the center align button to center text across cell B1. So I need to find, I'm going to have to click the more button. There it is. So now it's centered across cell B1. Now in step 13, it's going to have us using the undo and redo buttons. It says click on the undo button to see what happens. Here it shows you the picture, but here's undo. See how it moved it back over? So basically it just undid what I just did. Okay? It reverses the action you just did. Now click on the redo button, which is right next to the undo. You'll notice it recenters it. So those buttons, these two buttons are helpful when you make a mistake and you would like to correct. Okay, so if you want to, you could, you can keep hitting undo and it'll go back and back and back and back, fixing things the way they used to be. So you can play with that, but leave it like this. Now it says in step 14, we're going to resize column B again using the double click method. And if you need to go back to step 8B, you can see how to do that. So we're going to do this so that the title and all the text fit inside the column line. So I'm going to come right here, point to that. My mouse changed to the double arrow, double click, and you'll notice it readjusted the size of the column for me. Very good. Step number 15 says resize column A. So we can do that in a different method. I'm going to drag this one, drag it to the left. So it says, but it needs to show months, but so all the months show. Use whatever method you want. Step 16 says to select cell A3, B3, and C3. We can actually do this all at once. I'm going to click in cell A3. I'm just going to drag across. Uh-oh, I'm missing a title up there. I didn't even notice that. I'm going to fix that in just a minute. But it says to bold this and to center align. Then I'm going to go in there and I'm going to type that location. Hopefully you hadn't missed that step. I'm not sure how I did, but anyway, so I fixed it now. All right, so I bolded those and center aligned them. And there on the printout, you can see kind of what the key looks like. So yours should look just pretty much like this. And then step 17 says to proofread for spelling and grammar mistakes. So you're going to look through there, and see if there are any mistakes that you see. One thing about spreadsheets, they don't always catch every mistake the way Google Docs does. So if you see mistakes, you'll need to fix them. Okay. All right, and then it says to turn this into Google Drive. So that's what you're ready to do.